This is the back porch out of the kitchen, and these steps are going to be replaced with a paver porch, and the only thing that's going to stay here on the above where those windows are is going to be the roof. It's going to be simply cantilevered off of the side of the wall. No posts, at least at present planned. And then there will be a railing here. This is what I'm calling the north wall. And as I'm walking south here, walk by, and there'll be a railing across the front of this. This is going to extend 9 feet from this post right here. This rail obviously is coming out. So that's the north, where the north rail will be replaced, is where that existing rail is. And it'll run at this level of the porch out here 9 feet. And over beyond the ladder here, the stairs will be a circular stairway heading east from the top and then curving 90 degrees around to the south right here, and ending up on a lower patio that will be above ground about 1.5 feet from where the ground level is now. South wall fence, a rail here along steps that's curved, south wall fence here, west wall fence going where the existing steps are there, and the north rail replacing that rail there, as well as that wall, most likely, unless we decide to keep that wall, but that wall is at present planning to come out. All this structure above the porch will come out, above the level of the porch. All that porch structure is going to disappear, except for the roof. Now you guys are going to try to video, I'm going to try to video this, you try to not pull it out. Okay, you were there, okay. I can't get everything in the camera, but go ahead and pull. Watch out, that brick wall's going.
Oh, come on. This is Antonio. He was in charge of the System Pavers crew. Looking at the porch that is pretty much detached. They've already sawn off the back right by the wall. There's a whole sawn cut there. The bar is not quite doing it with the porch. It just is bending. Barbara was up in her room upstairs, and she was afraid the whole house was going to fall down. The room was rattling and vibrating. It was horrible. During this whole process, I got into redoing the patio cover over the patio at the carriage house because it was full of ants. It turned out that the pad on the porch had rebar in it and was firmly attached to the house and wouldn't release even after they'd sawn through. It was about a 2-day process before Antonio had that pad off of the house. Some pavers started being placed on September 14th, but the big load came in later on September 18th.
Well, the bricks have arrived, the blocks and the bricks, and they're filling up the driveway here. I don't think I'll be parking a car here for a while, but Mr. Douglas is right over my head, and there are a lot of blocks here. A lot of blocks. Well, you're lucky to be working in the shade. That'd be a bit hot this afternoon. Oh, it's beginning to build up there. I can see the pile. You've been doing a little work. Been doing a lot of work.
The brackets down here that you see I put in, that wall coming off the foundation was falling off.
Handrail completely installed. Hopefully it'll stay there for a while. For entertainment.
Smile!
Yeah, smile for entertainment. And this is looking north this way, and that's the upper patio there, porch, with a kitchen door. The kitchen is at this window here. So a rail entirely around this upper area with a stairway coming down over here, right over here, and you can see that just starting that stairway down at the far end of this lower patio will butt up, and there'll be one step off of the right off of the upper level there. Rails around all that upper area and the stairs. These are the rails, and I have pictures of them, and I'll provide specifications for each with the pictures. There are 6 of them.
Barbara likes to have things out there where she can see and touch them, so we set up the patio so we could see how it was going to work. I created a table out of the scraps from the old porch roof, and it proved really helpful as a scaffold. These tabs were a last-minute brainstorm that really have proven helpful. I realized to get the boards, the headers, the wood headers on top of the iron beams is going to be a problem positioning them. That's what these tabs are for. These pictures were taken on Saturday morning. It was crisp and frosty that morning, and the sun was actually shining on where the porch is. It never shines there early in the morning because of the tree. Tony's doing some welding here. He's taking on the project up from the welders to finish up the railing. And he's doing a great job. He's learning as he's going.
So how does it look?
Looks pretty good.
Improving?
Yep. That was also an overhanging weld.
First one?
I've done a couple, but this is definitely my best one. I filled in some of the cracks on that too, with the 6013.
Hoping you do that. That's great.
Yeah, that's pretty happy with that.
Great.
With the pavers gone from the driveway, I created it into a work area, covered it. Most of my time, half of my time, has been spent putting up tarps.
Let's go.
You can ask me questions if you want. So I just cut this to the end. Can you see the end here?
turn it over to the end. And it's going to be an angle. This is the top of it, so that's going to be longer on the top. It's going the full length. It's just over 18, almost 18 and a half feet long. I had to take off only about less than 6 inches off of the two ends. In fact, it's sitting on one of the ends. These are the ends right here. It's on the ground there by Tony's feet, not in the sun, is the one of the other ones. I had to remove one end and put it on the other end because it was rotten there. And I made a splice here. I hope this splice works. So I am going to now be doing this one. It's great to have Tony around. One this size I can handle. The larger ones, I was doing this partly on my own. I got it up here at one end before Tony came, and then he helped me turn it around. That's a major problem. It's going to be very interesting, this saw cut pattern that's on the side. I think that'll look good. I'm going to try to convince Barbara that that will look good. Next step is staining this. So I'm going to do this right now. Stain this, hit it a little bit more sanding. This is going to be the top. The bottom, the best side is going to be down here. And there's going to be this will sit right on top of a steel, 3-inch steel plate or tube down here. That's good. Thank you, Tony.